France-based South African choreographer and dancer Vincent Mantsoe has put together a 13-minute contemporary dance performance titled Cut. This body of work explores the current experience of living with the imminent danger of infection, being on quarantine, social distancing and self-isolation. This is a project that brings together collaboration of dance, film and music under one umbrella. But to talk to us about this, we're joined via Skype, all the way from France, by Vincent Mantsoe, a choreographer. Vincent, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you very much for having me.
You know, Vincent, you've had to put on hold your plans of your tour in France, which was scheduled for April, and thanks to COVID-19.
Yeah.
How else have you been affected and the kind of work that you do?
Well, as an artist, of course, we are used to travel all over the world. And unfortunately, with the COVID-19, my plans for coming to South Africa tour with my new solo was put on hold, unfortunately.
Do you agree that, difficult as it may be, this pandemic has brought new ways of doing things and has sort of forced us to be innovative?
No, most definitely. We try to adapt as much as possible because for example, personally, I've never used any kind of digital integration with my dance. So we are somehow, yes, forced to invent new ways of working, as individuals or as a community.
Take us through how this film was conceived. What really necessitated it?
Well, because of when I spent earlier on that I was meant to be in South Africa this April, with the support from the Institut Français of South Africa and the Market Theatre and various local dance companies like Voyane Dance Theatre. So when everything was put on hold, the Institut Français proposed if I can recreate specifically a new work based on this idea of collaborating with distance composition of music and the video camera. So for me, of course, this was quite interesting because I've never used this kind of a collaboration this way. So it was possible then in this matter that we were able to create this process where it took almost 4 weeks. Because it was quite very complicated, really, because the musician he's in Lesotho and I am here in France, and of course we have the videographer who is based here in France. But then even when he's based here in France, he cannot come to my place to take video, so I had to do that personally.
And you've worked alongside musician Mpho Morikeng from Lesotho and filmmaker, I understand, Frank Pearson from France. How did this working relationship come about, and what are their roles in this project?
Well, actually, with Mpho, I met Mpho via social media, where I saw he was posting most of his work through the LinkedIn. And I contacted him. I said, look, Mpho, I'm coming to South Africa. I would like to talk to you about a different project altogether, not knowing that COVID was going to happen. And then with Frank, I did a project with him here in France with a local school for young children a couple of years ago, and which basically this project was selected nationally at the Culture and Education by the President, François Hollande, a couple of years ago. So we won the first prize, where we were allowed, of course, to continue to work with the different local schools. So, in some ways, there is a possibility that, we were able to reconnect because of the COVID-19.
And for those who will have the opportunity to watch this film, Vince, what should they take away from it?
Well, it's very difficult to say because to put something across the video, the camera, is not always making out of. We cannot get justice into it. But the little bit of what I've tried to convey is that how we as individuals, as in a community, how do we deal with this isolation? Because for some of us, we are not used to in that particular. At the same time, I can understand maybe like if you spend your time.
Okay, Vincent, we don't have much time, unfortunately, but quickly share with us the
Sure.
details of how we can access the film online.
Well, that will be basically the premiere will be on the 18th of this month, which is in a couple of 2 weeks time, and it will be going through the Market Theatre and the Institut Français of South Africa.
Okay, Vincent, thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
And that was South African choreographer Vincent Mantsoe, now based in France, talking to us about his film Cut, which will stream for free on the Market Theatre's social media pages and on the French Institute's Facebook page from the 18th of June to the 2nd of July. 3 minutes to 8. This is Morning Live. Let's go for coffee.